Hello, everybody, and welcome to another midweek special.
Yep.
With, of course, the Lord of the Manor himself, Gingerton. You've stepped into my humble abode. I welcome you with open, freckly arms.
Yeah. Nice.
And I have alongside me, of course, Pedro Ang, the one and only. How you doing, buddy?
The butler. I don't know. We're in a manor now. So
All
I
right.
guess.
I mean, you don't have to be the butler, buddy. You kind of
Okay.
get yourself there. We can get you
Can
a
I?
suit.
Can I be Jewel Brenner?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, dude. Okay. I'm aging myself now. No, this is this actor that played like the king of Siam, and he was a baldy, and
Okay.
yeah, it was like welcome to Siam.
Who's a good bald actor right now?
Yeah, right now after
Samuel
Kojak,
Jackson?
no, Sam Jackson is not bald. Mace Windu was bald. He wears an afro.
Jason Statham. He might be fully bald, or he
short.
might be shaving it.
Too short.
Oh, come on now.
Too short.
Okay. All right. Anyways, we're getting lost in the sauce here.
Yeah, again.
So this week, it's you know him, you love him, but I'm gonna wait to introduce him. But it is the closeout show for Ty Ranger, the Undying Chronicles.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we've had Ty on the show several times, and this episode we've got a special guest with us, a number 3 in the co-host chair, the one and only Allison McGowan.
Everybody.
Cat. With the cat. Who is that?
Yep.
I'm
One of the cats. This is Rocket.
Rocket.
Very nice. Yep. How you doing, Rocket?
Yes.
Looks like a happy cat.
Yes, because I'm holding him and paying attention to him. So of course he's happy. He's like, "Oh, mommy holds me. It's good."
Yeah.
And
as you do.
Tough luck.
Yep. Here we go. Sometimes you just gotta tell a cat no, but that might end up in getting, a couple of meat scratches.
Well, he's sharp on 5 of his 6 ends, so it's something I have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so Allie, how's it going today? Before we bring Ty on, let's just pop in with you for a spell. How's it going? How's life?
I usually refer to it as SSDD.
I see.
That would be the best way of putting it. I was on with Pops and a bunch of other people earlier. That was fun on our Tuesday morning brew. We just kind of hang out and chat. So that was fun. Let's see. Oh no, I took a nice nap. So yeah, good day.
Hey.
Very cool.
Can't argue with that. And Pops might be popping in later. We'll see. He's appeared to have some technical difficulties, but we won't hold it against him. Pops he's the madness. But with that, let's just go ahead and let's bring out the man of the hour. And you know him, you love him. It's the one and only, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody throw something in here. It's Ty Ranger. Yo, what up, buddy?
Hey.
What's up, Ty?
Welcome, Ty.
Hey.
Round of applause. I really need to get a laugh track. I like a couple sounds, a cricket, definitely a cricket, maybe a car crash.
A car crash. Wow.
Called Opie and Anthony. Nod.
Yeah, we're turning. Yes.
Opie and Anthony. I haven't heard them in years.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, they are those old episodes. There's a lot of stuff there that I was just on a kick. Like,
dude, you're taking me back now. It's just like little Jimmy Norton.
Oh yeah.
They were in. They started off in Boston, and then they got kicked out for like saying Mayor Manito got like killed by a rope football. So, well, skiing.
I remember. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
the good
I have no idea
times.
what you guys are talking about.
Oh, just a bunch of washed up stand up. No, I'm kidding. No, but Jim Norton. He's probably doing the most. Yeah. Just like, old serious radio. Who gives a shit at this point, really? They've been off the air.
Yeah, at this point, it's not relevant anymore,
Anyway.
So it was 5 minutes
They were
ago, so it's not relevant
DJs
anymore.
in the 90s.
There we go. Good times, but yeah, okay. All right, so, Ty, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty darn good. It's a bit nerve-wracking being on the last day. I haven't been as nervous since the first day, and I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
It's coming full circle, buddy.
Yeah.
I think it's like super real now. Like it was real when I hit the launch button, and it's super real now. I have my proofs back, going back to the printer right now. I've got the posters in, and I'm waiting my Gemini mailers. So I'm gearing up for the fulfillment phase, and that's a whole other kettle of fish, as you two know for sure. How that goes with and I'm just super excited to get the book, and I'm super excited to get the book out to people.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. And you've been sharing the proofs on Twitter. Were you satisfied with them overall? Did you have to make any corrections?
I did have to make a correction, and it was not the printer's fault. It was one of those things you don't see until it's in print. And it's such a minor little thing, but the top of the E on the Undying was not all the way there. So it disappeared in the print, but you could still see it in the digital copy. So I had to redo the cover and the inside and send those files back to them. But besides that, I'm really happy with them. This is an artist thing. They look good, and I've showed it to people, and they can't tell the difference. I think it's because I've been staring at these pages for 2 years. They are a little darker, but it's the conversion from RGB into
to see more. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
But yeah, and I was not expecting that, but it still looks great. I'm really happy with it.
It's Pops.
Oh my God. The
Y'all have
Crom
to excuse
Madness
me
is here.
because I'm still trying to dent this T-bone. So I'll be here and periodically say something, but nobody wants to watch me eat. Count on it.
Hey, it's all right.
Yeah,
It's all
very
right,
well.
Pops. Enjoy.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
do
not
the
a
camera at all.
mukbang
So.
stream guy. Those,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, mukbangs, I'll just have to say it, they kind of weird me out. It makes me uncomfortable. But God bless.
They
The
should.
first one I saw was a chick trying to eat a live octopus, and I've never
Yeah.
tried watching them again.
Oh, man. Like, I
Oh,
get
it
it.
almost took her out. It was kind of awesome in the like
Right on.
karma aspect of why would you try to do this?
No,
Get
you
it?
bitch. Ah.
It just like latched onto her face while she was
Love
trying
it.
to eat it. I'm like, why? Why did the internet get invented so people think that this is a good idea for clicks? Why?
That's a rabbit hole you could fall down of and probably just like never escape. But yes, let's say hello to the chat. We got Shadowhawk Talks. What's up, buddy? Talking.
How's it going?
As always, I assume. Thanks for coming by. Very good. So Ty,
And cheers to you as well, sir.
Yes, cheers to everybody. But so Ty, I should have probably had you pull them up earlier. But do you want to grab the proofs off of your Twitter, or do I need to do it real quick? Because I kind of like to show them off real quick.
Give me a second. Let me do a screen share of the poster, and then I'll grab the proofs while I'm doing that, if that works for you.
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
Do it.
we got Pops Van Zant in the chat saying, "Hey-o, what's up, Pops?"
In the chat, and
He's otherwise occupied right now.
Do it.
It's all good. And he's a man of many talents.
Yeah.
It must be the hat. I have to think Pops derives a lot of his power from the hat.
From the
Allison,
hat.
you're close with Pops. What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely the hat. It's
Yeah.
most definitely the hat. Definitely.
Yeah. Wasn't that gonna be the name of his biography?
Yes,
Under the hat. Yeah.
I really want to make up those
Gotta get my
like
hat.
Pops's his two biographies, or would it be autobiographies, whichever one. It's like Pops's first book is called "I'm a Fan" or "Just a Fan."
Just a fan, and
Yeah,
Yep.
and then the second one, the more sort of personal story is the one called "The Man Under the Hat." And I can just see like black and white cover, Pops like sitting here with a smile, like arms crossed, with a smile, still looking open, and just sort of the shadow from the hat casting like he's in a white room. I could see it. The man under the hat.
Oh,
I
his
probably thought
shadow-
about this way too much. I'll be honest.
Yeah, his shadow is a hat. Just,
We got Anthony Gambino. Hey, buddy.
hey, what's up, Poppy?
Friend of the show. You're muted, Pops. Sorry, buddy.
Today's the patriotic hat, though.
Hey.
Yeah.
Very good.
And of the
See?
free
See?
people because of the
I do have the proofs up. It turned out I had the proofs and not the cover or the poster.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Very nice.
Because of the Brave. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
works.
I also like that Ant-Man in the background. It's
Oh,
nice
that's
watercolor there.
Ernest McClendon art. He did a piece for everybody in our family. He did one for each of the kids, a piece for my son and his wife, and he did Thor for me.
There you
Ernest
go.
lives down there in Georgia. Good dude.
Beautiful. My neighboring state. Shout out to Georgia. Okay, Ty, what do we got here, man? Very nice.
Those are the proofs. I did get those in, and I was really excited.
Right
So
on.
I've been posting those on Twitter,
Those look
and
good.
I've already received the order of the posters.
Mhm.
So really happy with that too. And of course, it's not coming in on my computer.
That's
Yeah,
all right. That's all
it
right.
happens.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the poster's in the actual IGG page, so we will.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to
I
take a look at
I
it.
actually did my first unboxing video, which looks like a found footage horror movie
Nice.
because
Oh,
of my
that's
camera
awesome.
work.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that's the
supposed
genre,
to.
buddy.
I
Might
was
have just
just
created
so
something.
excited trying to open it. It looks like somebody going, is there ammo in this? I gotta find the ammo, but not put down my camera because it's a movie.
Mm. That's
I
fun.
have a soft spot in my heart for found footage horror movies. They're kind of my guilty pleasure. So
Yeah, I
It
feel
really
you.
depends on which one. Sometimes they can be awesome. Sometimes I'm like, how is your camera working? Like
but most of
Yeah.
them are stupid hokey, and I love them. So
Okay, speaking
But
of
then
found
again,
footage,
occasionally get Hell House OLC. So
today I got one of those Facebook memories on
Mm.
my other account
Those
that
are
was
the worst.
actually from my other account, the one that Facebook squashed a long time ago, right? And it was an 8-hour segment of CromCon number 4 that I had lost.
Nice.
oh
So
yeah,
I
I
got
saw
to
you
download it
uploading
today,
them.
and it's playing right now on my channel as a premiere. It shows me as a rookie, you guys. No backgrounds, no graphics, no banners, just me talking to people. I was watching it earlier. It was like, bring back so many good memories. Keith Williams and Rich Parada and everybody, it was like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's fun. But it's all found footage 2 years ago today.
Good. That,
CromCon number 4.
we will
Very
use
cool.
some of that for your autobiography books when we sort of
Yeah.
get into like the makings of Crom. We'll be
Dude,
able to
how would
get
you
into it.
make like a found stream, a horror movie, like a found video, but it's a found stream?
Found
Ashton
footage.
Probably the
Jackal.
same way as Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
it's a found-
similar to that.
Yeah.
When I was shooting short films, I always wanted to do a found footage movie, but we never got to it.
right on.
I had different ideas of how to do it, and using a lot of security cameras is going to be one of the things because they're cheap to
Yeah.
get,
Yeah.
and then you can tie them into a computer system very, very easily. And I wanted to shoot it as if it was like a haunted house that was being monitored 24/7 with people investigating in it.
Nice.
But we never got around to shooting it. I have the script someplace, but actually, I know where the script is. It's in my Dropbox. But yeah,
Going with the like security camera, it would be like a haunted mall. I haven't seen a haunted mall movie yet.
Oh, there's actually a fun book by this author named Grady Hendrix. Horror Store is what it's called, but it's got like whatever country IKEA is from. It's a play off of IKEA, but basically it's about a haunted furniture store. Like this, they have their own version of IKEA. I forget. It's called Orsk, and like the story follows this girl who's an employee there, and just basically discover why this place is haunted. It's a seemingly new building, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's like
Wasn't
quick,
Linnea
like-
Quigley in a mall horror movie where somebody was running around chainsawing people or something in the mall? What was it? Help me out.
I've heard like stories, but haven't seen a movie yet.
The actress.
what one?
Hello.
I think
Pops
he's froze.
froze.
Weird.
Did you know I hate my internet?
Yeah.
Welcome back, Pops.
Welcome back, Pops.
Still doing
Okay,
it.
guys. So let's we're touching the 15-minute mark here, so this is a perfect time to segue into the actual book. Like,
Yeah,
eat your
let's do
steak,
it.
Pops. Enjoy. Okay, so let me pull this biatch up. I could say that on my show.
Yeah.
Boom.
You are the Lord
You're-
of the Manor.
You're
That is
entitled.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lord of the Manor. I almost forgot. How could I forget? Okay, so the Undying Chronicles, Eyes of Red and Purple. Let me zoom in here. So, where do you turn when the light fails and darkness descends? So, Ty, give us a quick
dang.
little. You're welcome. You can keep that. You can clip it, Ty. Use it however you like. No, but so give us a quick little pitch, buddy, before we hit this trailer. What's your 2 cents pitch? What do you got? Just put you on
Okay,
the spot.
it's a story of a roving warrior that is going around the countryside trying to protect people from mythical monstrous creatures. And you've got some kids that are kidnapped from a village. He shows up, has to try to figure out what took them, what their fate is, and then we get into some twists and turns about why these kids might be important later.
All right.
That's my super quick pitch.
Very
That
nice.
sounds fun.
I do
was
have
quick.
I do have some lore in it that I've made up, and there is a section about his sword. So it's not just a straightforward knight going to the castle to rescue the princess from the dragon, but definitely has influences of that in the beginning part of it. I try not to get super into detail because I want the reader to be surprised when we get to those twists and turns.
Yes, but the knights, the knights sort of versus the dragon, or that old, A Knight's Tale, not the movie, but that is a great movie. But yeah,
It
that's
is.
always sort of ripe for a classic hero story. Like people might try to shy away from it because it's too tropey, but really it's just about delivery, like how you that and characterization. Like, it doesn't. I can watch a million stories about a knight. I've probably seen. I actually really like feudal era stuff, like the Dark Ages. So yeah, as long as there's good characters involved, that's all you need, mostly.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I also like monster of the week sort of tropes too, which I know is not as
Yeah.
popular.
Oh,
But
I love
I
Monster
always-
of the Week stuff.
me too, because it's always fun. It's a monster again, but what's this monster doing? Why is it different? As long as you're making it different, I think it's still pretty dang fun.
Yeah. It's also one of my favorite role-playing games, Monster of the Week.
I haven't heard of it.
Literally play those tropes.
That would be fun, though.
Monsters are cool.
And
Okay.
Ginge, you freaked me out a little bit. I did not see that it was not refreshed, and I thought I lost a backer, so I freaked out
Oh,
for a second.
no.
there.
Oh God, sorry, bud.
It's okay. I was just like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go check. Let me
update
go check.
Jesus, Ginge.
Hey, 21 backers. This is actually a good
Yeah.
time to just throw this
Yeah.
out there. I don't know if I have any mods in the chat, so I'm just going to drop the link. But
Yeah.
yes, for anybody interested, Ty.
We have
So
mods?
we got some friends. I don't know if we got any
Oh.
people in the chat, but here we go. So Ty, let me ask you real quick before we get started with the trailer. Is this? I think Indiegogo takes a couple days to pull it off, but I don't know if you're still able to back once the button has been clicked. But is this coming off tonight after the stream in the morning, or are you leaving this up for a week, or what are your thoughts there, buddy?
I had it set to go on in demand, and it will go to in demand until I start the shipping process,
Okay.
just to give
That
some
works.
people a chance if they missed the initial campaign.
Very cool.
Very nice. Excellent.
Yeah, thank you. Because first time I seen the campaign, nobody told me about this one at all.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
Bob. So
sorry,
I'm glad
man.
you're here.
I've been trying.
I can't tell everybody else if I don't know about it. What's up? But yeah, that's really why I'm here. And I was hoping you were going to say you were going in demand so we can promote it for a couple weeks.
Well, I would definitely
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yep. Ty has been hard at work on the I guess you'd call it a stream circuit, or the old making the rounds. But there are pretty much a million shows out there. So
Yeah, it's the thing. It's really, really hard to cover them all. And yeah,
You guys can admit it. You were hiding it from me. I get it.
a little bit, Pops. You're
It's
intimidating,
mine.
Pops.
You can't have him. Ah. Okay, so Ty, I'm gonna kick this. Oh, bad. I'm gonna kick this trailer off here. My ears. All right, how is that for everybody? Good.
Yep.
That's good.
Forgot how tasty this groove was.
Mhm.
It's very Rammstein. Du hast.
Du hast mich?
Oh
There you
my
go.
god. You had to take it there, man.
Dude, come on. Ich will.
Oh.
Hey
I
Pedro,
don't
if you
know,
want to
man.
add some guitars over, feel free, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, the thing's like Rammstein to me, like it feels like I'm gonna get strapped to a chair and people are gonna do stuff to me. Like I don't know. Whenever I hear
Might happen,
Rammstein, yeah, like no,
They get down pretty crazy.
yeah, dude, look at that.
Yes, I want to talk about the colors too, because I really enjoyed Deep Purple's, not just the band. That was an
I was
accidental.
gonna say, is the band reference what you
Hi-yo.
want?
That was accident. I'm on fire tonight, guys. I
Yeah.
came prepared.
Hi-yo.
Ew. Okay. Right on. Now available on Indiegogo.
That
Sweet.
voice, Jesus.
All right. Okay. Now. Okay. All right. So, very nice, Ty.
Hey,
Thank
what's
you,
up,
sir.
new
Thank you.
star?
The newest stars
Oh,
in there
boy.
with a Darkwing Duck kind of entrance. I love it.
Yeah, yep.
The sky, the best intros in the biz, the brilliant star
Yeah.
that shines through the night, the surge of power that jumpstarts justice. Riser man stays before you. What's up, buddy? We've had Neo on the show once at least, I think.
Yeah.
I know once, but check him out. Nice guy. Got a great
Yeah.
little character over there, Riser man.
Riser Man, really cool. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see when he starts playing with the intro, like Darkwing Duck does. Like I don't know, in Spanish it used to change after a while, and it gets sillier and sillier and sillier. So
You
But
should
it does
do
that
it,
with-
yeah.
Pedro. You should give us a Spanish version of. You don't have to do it on the spot here, unless you think.
Oh, I remember.
Could
Soy
you
la
do a-
mosca que está en la sopa. Soy la sombra que oscurece tu picnic. Soy el pato Darkwing.
Hey-o.
Stuff like that, yeah.
If we're doing
there we go.
Darkwing,
Yeah.
look at the screen share I just sent over there.
Yeah.
Hold up. Oh,
Tell me
man.
you don't want to see Darkwing and
Oh,
Deadpool
dude.
monologuing together.
Okay,
on
I'll
top
pay
of
to
a
see
roof.
that Disney movie in a second.
Yeah.
That is a Deadpool crossover I'm actually interested in. I'm not typically a Deadpool guy, but you put him with Darkwing. I think Darkwing will sort of keep him in line a little bit.
Actually, a little like Pedro's story nobody needs to know. Like Deadpool was the first comic I ever bought.
Very nice.
Oh, cool.
Deadpool 14. Yeah.
Congrats,
I
buddy.
started this old man.
Old man
And,
Pedro.
Yeah.
You look great, though.
1995, I went to a comic shop in Colombia,
Mhm.
and they had lots of comic books in English, not that many not that many in Spanish. It was like, dude, we can move the comic book in English. So they were like all at a discount. And dude, I bought a whole bunch of comics. So I bought Deadpool from Deadpool 14 to 19. I bought a whole bunch of Heroes for Hire, and I bought a whole bunch of X-Men in Disorder. And that's like my first haul. And I don't know, like Deadpool has that space in my history just for that. Like the first comic I got, like, oh, this is Spider-Man. Oh wait, he's not Spider-Man. That's yeah.
I actually collected New Mutants, so I had the first appearance of Deadpool and Cable. So.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so let's hop right on into the project here, Ty. With you gave us a quick little pitch, but could you sort of, I don't know why that keeps happening. Could you give us a little more in-depth take on what can we sort of, not necessarily what can we expect, but what kind of a story do you have here? What are some of the notes emotionally you were thinking of when you were writing this, like crafting the narrative? What kind of journey are we on here?
Well, we've got a couple different ones. We've got the warrior who he's devoting his life to saving people, and how that can grind down on you. I do go kind of subtly into that. There's a page a little lower down when he's talking about how long it's been going. He also is immortal, and the way that I've presented his mortality is he does die, but he comes back to life. And how he comes back to life is going through everything that killed him in reverse. And
Yeah.
there's even a line or two in there about why does this feel natural now? It shouldn't feel natural. So if you're talking about emotional beats, I've got that going. I've got the parents having their children taken by the monster, freaking out, and somebody coming in to try to help, and they get all pissed off at them, thinking, oh, you must be involved, because why else would you just show up right this second? So I was trying to do a little real world flavor to that, because I've seen how people will do that, where they're going through something traumatic, and for some reason the person trying to help gets blamed for the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're talking about emotional notes, I've got that. There's some not quite brotherly, but growing up in a small town, stuff going on with the children that are taken, and what it would be like if you and your best friends were taken by a monster, how different people would react to it, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too much more into it for spoiler purposes, but I think I could cover that much.
Okay. So, could you talk a little bit about who our character is? Like, what was his, not just his genesis within the story, but from a creative standpoint, what was the what was the inspiration for doing a samurai story at all? Even let's start there.
I think I had a convergence of different things that made me want to do the samurai story. First of all, I had a friend move to Japan, and they were in a rural area, so some of those buildings have been around since like 1500s, or at least done in the same style as those traditional buildings. And she was sending me pictures, and it was beautiful, and I started doing some paintings of cherry blossoms and castles and things of that nature. There's actually a perk at the bottom of one of the paintings, which I just threw on to see if anyone would be interested, and I think it was the first sale. So next
Ew.
campaign will probably have more of that sort of stuff in it.
Sounds about right.
And then I also got to go to a museum. I think I mentioned this to you last time, where I got to see real samurai armor from the time period, and it was just bright red and just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started thinking of a story with a warrior, I was really inspired by that. And at the same time, my dad really loved westerns, and I started getting into learning about the history of movies and stuff, and I did not realize how much the 50s westerns had taken from 30s samurai stories. So I thought, hey, why not do a samurai story? It's the bit of the same tropes of gunslinger comes into town to clean up the place, and I'll just add monsters into that.
Just adding monsters seems to be the that's kind of like a winning ingredient typically. Like, there's your spin.
Let's hope so. I also used to love this show called Destination Truth, and they went around trying to scientifically explain monsters and folklore creatures and cryptids and stuff. Sometimes
Nice.
it got ridiculous. The host was just hilarious. He would be constantly dropping movie references, but it exposed me to all these different folklore creatures that I'd never heard of before, because they're from Africa or Asia, and unfortunately I've only been exposed to European or Native American for the most part. So that's
What do we
South
call him?
American.
Paul Bunyan, in his big ass ox. Is he
Ox.
That's a
His
tall
ox
tale.
babe.
Babe.
That's a tall tale.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah.
Yep, tall tale.
Is he
He's
a monster of
basically
the week?
Basically a myth. So
Okay.
Yeah, like that's how I learned about Lenora.
Boys and girls.
Oh, hey, welcome back, Pops.
Just as quick as he arrived, he's gone again.
Yeah.
He's like the Flash, like that.
Yeah. Okay,
There you
Ty,
go,
I have a
Pops.
question. I have a question for you. Since you got inspired by like Japanese movies from the 30s, can I grab the soundtrack of Jojimbo and read this comic book? Would it match?
Well,
You know,
Yojimbo was from the 60s, so.
I know it's from the 60s, but it's like a samurai. Like it's really like
Also-
it's on the vein of the same like
Well, Fistful of
Western.
Dollars was taken directly
Yeah, yeah.
from Jimbo, so
Jojimbo.
it's
Yeah,
literally the
so,
same plot.
Yeah, it's the same plot.
Interesting.
So yeah, dude. I don't know. You mentioned that, and my head just started like, you know, just the whole freaking like, you know, like whole Japanese samurai movies, black and white. And then like, what's that? Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've unfortunately not gone super deep into them while I was working on this because I specifically did not want to be
Gotcha.
biased by it.
Yeah, yeah.
I've also been holding off on anime for that reason too.
Yeah.
Ginge did get me to watch Demon Slayer though, which
Okay.
I'm so glad my book was done before I watched Demon Slayer, because I have a whole thing about how the samurai gets his sword, and how it's magical and only works with certain people, and you know there's monsters that this guy has to go out and fight, and I was like, oh, see, if I hadn't watched it, I can't rip it off.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes, I did suggest it to you though, because I was like, "Hey, you might like this just based off of what your book was." So,
And I
it's a
appreciate
great
it.
show.
I did really like it.
Yeah, I mean,
have
but if
watched,
you don't want to contaminate your idea, like it's perfectly understandable that you'll like steer away from stuff.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
because I think that there's a fine line about being inspired by something and going, "Ooh, that's a cool idea. How do I work it into my story?"
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
I wanted to avoid that completely. So I had seen Full Metal Alchemist, so I definitely kept away from alchemy. Though there is an alchemy thing in the prequel I've got cooking up. Thankfully, it's different than Full Metal. So
Well,
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist takes its alchemy from more of the Western source than the Eastern forms of alchemy. The creator, she like researched it insanely well. So I wouldn't be too worried.
I
Yes,
actually really. I was just
go
gonna say, I really love the Japanese American crossover. I've been watching a lot of anime myself here lately, and especially going further back in time for some stuff Pedro and I are working on, and just seeing, and also like he got me onto like Black and White, the Musashi trilogy on HBO. Like, yeah, I'm really impressed with Japanese cinema, but also like the connection between them and us creatively is also something like I have been marveling at. Like I grew up, pretty much, loving American cartoons, but especially loving Japanese stuff. Video games, anime, manga, all that. So.
did you
I
ever see the episode? Oh, go ahead.
I studied
Sorry.
Kenjutsu, so for quite a while. Ryukyu Okihiden, which is the Okinawan style that was used by the Imperial Guard of Okinawa when it was a separate entity. And that
Right
was
on.
kind of interesting.
So Mr. Miyagi, that's where he's from, if I remember correctly.
Well,
Okinawa.
yeah, I mean, he's basically teaching a combination of Goju-Ryu and Uichi-Ryu, depending on Miyagi's teaching Goju-Ryu and like Chozan, or like his friend would be Uichi-Ryu, with the differences between the two styles. And the Cobra Kai used Tangsudo.
Yep.
I need to
Okay,
watch
so-
Cobra Kai. I have not done that yet. Thank you for
It's
reminding me.
great.
That's on.
It is great. I studied martial arts for like over 25 years.
So don't mess with you, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Don't
Well,
mess it
I'm
up.
mostly crippled now, so I'll just beat you with my cane. So.
Yeah.
Hey, that works too.
Hey, that's all. That's all it takes.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
There's-
I'll pull a Master Yoda on you.
there's some that used to be the original sort of ass whooping stick that everybody walked around with. There was a good couple hundred years where a gentleman had a cane. You know what I mean? Like there's been some shit that has popped off thanks to cane, like somebody caning somebody else in the street, like throughout history. Like
Oh yeah, well,
canes
they also used
were
to have
crazy.
Savat fighters used to have swords in them.
Yeah,
There you go.
my friend found one that looked really old. I have no idea how old it was at a garage sale, and it had like 3 different hidden compartments in it.
Nice.
And he thought maybe a Coke dealer had used it because one had this glass vial with like white powder residue inside,
Oh,
right.
it's not good.
and it fit in perfectly. Like the cane was designed to hold this glass vial. So
I
I've
can
actually
see it,
used
honestly.
I've actually used that in a short story I was trying with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where he was supplying his formula to Jack the Ripper, and it was hidden in his cane. So
That's cool. And yeah, Neostar's right. Cane fighting is a real martial arts.
Yes. It's the Thai do it or something like that. There's some
Pretty much anybody who is taught to fight with a stick can use a cane. It's like, for instance, the type of stick fighting that I studied was Kali fighting, and I could use a cane with Kali fighting techniques. So that's Filipino. But yeah, I mean, the English, the French, they all use canes. They use like a dueling cane type of situation. It's basically a strong wooden cane. If you were to buy one today for self-defense, it would be metal. But yeah.
I could just see some 14th century Frenchman like just walking around pissed in his house, like, you know, his wife's trying to calm him down. He's like, "Where's my cane? Where is it?" And he's just trying to go out to whoop somebody's ass, and he can't find his cane. It's like throwing his house upside down.
It would be, where is the cane? Where is my cane? Where is the cane? Ah, good.
You silly English nigget. Sorry, I had to go with the Monty Python French accent.
Yeah. I fart in your general direction.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Elderberries, yeah. Oof. I gotta see that again.
That is a fun movie too.
Yeah.
Well, Neostar's right there as well. You'd be amazed how many martial arts and fighting styles revolve around sticks. Just because you can pick up just about anything and fight with it as a stick. Like, you don't really want to keep a fighting stick in your car, but you can keep a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or again.
Or go the full-on Jackie Chan route and then just literally anything in your grasp is a weapon somehow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or
Gee, we had that discussion not very long ago, huh, Elson?
Yeah, we did.
Everything is a weapon.
Yes,
Everything
just about
can be
anything can be
used
used as a weapon.
in an offensive way. That's why there's no such thing as an assault anything. I have an assault putter if I use it to assault somebody with it.
So remember,
I like
kids,
it.
everything is
The
a
difference
weapon.
between assault and battery. Assault is moving in a
Yeah.
threatening manner.
Yeah.
Battery is when you actually hit them.
So remember, kids, everything is a weapon,
Well,
and
damn,
every
if
experiment
that's
is
the
sacred.
case, then I definitely have an assault putter.
Pop's just yelling on the green, shaking his butter.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Happy Gilmore now.
Oh my god.
The price is
It's
wrong.
all in the hips. It's all in the hips here.
But before we got too far away, you did have a question about the colors, but you never asked what the question was.
Right there.
We got Darkening Abyss.
That's my friend Kayla that I brought in. So,
What's up, Kayla? New to the channel, along with Ali. So welcome.
Hello.
Neostar. Jackie Chan is a pretty pragmatic fighter. Anything you can be used to defend yourself. Put Jackie Chan in a Home Depot, and he's damn near invincible, dude. If Jackie Chan's having a bad day in a Home Depot, I'm not going anywhere near him.
No. I want to live.
Could you imagine trying to get your hands on that guy? Like he'd like unbutton your fucking pants and like slip underneath and like tie your shoes at the same time and then hit you in the head of the chair before you know it.
Yeah. Just not going to mess with him. No. I read his autobiography. He's broken every bone in his body and he can put his finger into his skull in a certain place. So.
Damn.
Okay, maybe he's my character. Like he's just immortal and we don't know.
That's the thing. Like, how can you work that into your resume? Like, I can put my finger into a skull from a certain angle. You're hired, sir.
Literally, he can like. There's a spot in like the back of his skull. He can put his
Yeah.
finger into or something.
How do you practice that?
That was
That's my
because he
question.
broke it and it didn't heal.
Yeah.
So-
You just discover it one day and you're like, oh, that's fun. My brain itches.
this is a scratch the brain in there. This is
Hey, it's
perfectly fine,
Raphael.
perfectly
Yeah, and they're right here on my chair all the time.
Oh,
that
shit.
I can just pick them up whenever I need them.
I like it. Okay, so
Not that I need them, but it's nice to have them handy. You know what I'm saying, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
What good is a defensive weapon if
Yeah.
I can't touch it? Right?
It's
Sure.
better to not need it and have it, right?
Yeah. It's better not even have it than to need it and not have it.
And not have it, yeah. So
Yeah.
words to live by.
So, Ty, we kind of touched on the hero and sort of the general story a little bit, but could you tell us about the bad guy of the story? I know it's not a Tengu, is it? It's the reptilian version.
It's called a
The
kappa.
turtle? Yeah, the kappa. That was it. The turtle
Yeah.
ones. I couldn't remember the name of it.
And
Has a little
I've
bowl of water. It said.
yes, it does. I have incorporated that, and I did do research into it. So the bowl of water in his head is actually an important plot point.
Excellent.
I have purposely only shown vague images of the kappa because I wanted the good creature reveal when you're reading the book. So and let me screen share really quick. If I get one more backer, the second stretch goal is unlocked.
Hello,
Which is
everybody.
going to be
You heard that.
Yeah.
which is
Nobody
going to be a
back the
4x6.
comic. No, don't do it. I want to back this myself. I have to wait till I'm paid though.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's going into in demand. Oh
Yeah, that
yeah,
was-
that's definitely a kappa. I love it.
Thank you.
There it is.
Oh, that's
So-
great.
So
It's a
since
rogue
this was
turtle.
the stretch goal, I did this one digitally because I wanted it to be different than the book itself, but it's the same design. The book is 90% hand-drawn, inked, and colored in Photoshop. And so I wanted to give the backers a little bit extra for the stretch goals, so I did full digital on those pieces, and they're going to be 4x6 prints. So
That's so cool.
So that's what we'll do if we get another backer. And the stretch goal that's already been unlocked is of the Undying. And
Do we
go
have
ahead
these
and share
lists?
that one.
Very cool.
Oh, there we go. So these are sketch cards again?
These are 4x6 prints.
Oh, okay. Very nice. And this is also similar to the cover, if I remember correctly. Or no?
Correct.
No. Okay.
It's you probably remember it because part of it is my Twitter avatar.
There it is.
So that's probably
Okay.
why it looks familiar.
So let's talk a little bit about the creation of the book real quick. Or go ahead. I'm sorry. You had
I'll
something
be
else to
right
share.
back. Guys, have to use the bathroom real quick. So-
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Mark?
I was going to ask you a little bit about the creation of the book, like your creative process. You touched on it briefly there, but I'm wondering how long did it take you from start to finish, even including scripting? I know you've been on this project for a good while, but once you really officially started, how long did it take you to get the book done?
I can look at my first sketch on my phone and tell you.
Nice.
But it's probably
Right on.
been, it's over 2 years, I would say, since I've gone fully working on the book itself. And part of that was doing all the images, but also I realized that I wanted to get an editor, just to make sure that what I was drawing translated properly, and I could double check with pacing and flow, and an editor was invaluable. Okay, so
And your editor is friend of the show, Kayla Thornton. over there at Death Curse. We were actually just talking about them at the start of the show. So how about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all comes full circle.
Looks
It
like
comes full
August
circle.
2020 for the book itself
Mhm.
is
Hmm.
my first image. The story did start out as a little 8-page that I was going to try to submit to an anthology,
Mhm.
and it just turned into one of those ones where it won't leave you alone. And I kept, oh, what
Yes.
if I add this? What if I
Those
add
are the
that?
worst. Yeah, like, ugh, I can't stop drawing. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It's awesome though at the same time because you
Yeah.
know you love it.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was September 2019. So between 2 and 3 years, depending on how you want to look at it.
So, did you work off of a completed script? I know some artists, just kind of do it their own way. Did you wrote the full script and worked off of that, or do you just kind of go with the flow?
I had an outline of what I wanted to do, and then I started doing the thumbnails and layouts, and sometimes I realized, I have this as scripted as one panel and I need it to be 3 panels or vice versa. And that's again where Kayla came in as the editor, which was awesome because she was very good at telling me, okay, this panel is overcrowded, or you've got extra panels here you don't need. You can take those out. And she also helped me with the wording because I started out writing novels, which is a completely different beast than writing comics. So I was getting like Chris Claremont levels of bubbles on the page without the Chris Claremont level of writing. So they had to be shortened down.
Right.
And
You were
that's
getting verbose, basically.
yeah.
A writer likes to write. That is
Yeah.
the truth.
So
ahead, Ty, sorry.
it's a bit of like trying to do the Marvel process by yourself, where I have the outline, then I start trying to draw it. But when you're doing both, you don't really have the same system behind you of, no, this is what the outline is, stick to the outline. There was a certain part of this that took on a life of its own just because I was like, oh, this is a cool idea I want to throw in. So that's kind of my process. It's been all over the place. I am working on a prequel, so my process has been different since I've learned from this campaign.
Right on.
So I have a full outline that's not just do this on the page, but more specific. Here's this panel. Here's that panel, and it is coming along a bit better that way.
Yes, you're sort of learning what works for you. The word that's kind of what I've been having to do here lately too. I think as quote unquote artists, like finding the workflow. You know what I mean? Like I do think that is key. Otherwise, you're just going to stumble around and or burn yourself out. So, just sort of having some kind of system definitely is important.
Yes, and I've also, for me personally, found that to help with burnout, it's nice to go to something else that's still keeping your skills up, but not necessarily working on your projects. Like if I'm starting to feel burnt out, I tend to do fan art. So I've got like 3 or 4 different Gods and Gears Hammerella pages I've had out there. I think you guys participated when I did a indie comic lineup with the different characters, Avengers style, or yeah, which one? It was your magic user from Spells and
yeah, Madam Magic.
Madam Magic, yeah.
I like that name.
So I found that helps.
To the point, works.
Yeah, simple but catchy.
Yeah, Madam Magic. I like that.
Okay, so Ty, let's kind of touch where let's refresh, see if we have any backers here. We'd love to have one more backer. All right. Well, actually, look at that 665. I mean, I don't want to make the obvious reference, but we're
One
just $1
number away
Hail and Satan, everybody.
from the desolate one.
So let's make sure the next backer backs over $1. Nobody get in there and be cheeky and just donate $1.
$1 and just whoa.
Debating it.
Yeah, that's a whole
Somebody out
different
there.
story.
Very
Yeah.
devilish indeed, Allison.
Well, I did go
Okay.
to Catholic school, so this devil has to be in me after that.
Yeah, the devil has to be there.
Okay, so let's talk perks here. We're coming up on 50 minutes, so let's hop on over. We've got the digital copy for $8. All right.
So I wanted to make sure that international backers could get in on this, since it was my first project, and international shipping is just horrendous, and sometimes seems like it's more than the book itself. I wanted to only do US and Canada, and so what I've done with the digital tier is every stretch goal will have a file added to their PDF. So they still get to participate in getting the extra stuff from the stretch goal, instead
Nice.
of just mostly what I see is you just get the PDF of the story and that's it. So I wanted to make sure that they'll be getting that image of the Undying and the Kappa as well.
Very cool.
All righty. God bless you, Ty. Got a heart of gold thinking about the backers over here. Nice guy. All right, so that's the digital. So for $8, and this is also 72 pages. I'm not sure if we mentioned that. That's one of the more impressive things about this for me is I'm really curious to see what kind of story you've got, in these 72 pages. That's a good amount. Pedro and I, Tropical Magic's one. That's 72 pages if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, by the end of lettering that thing, I was like, damn, this is a lot. So I'm looking at 72 page books that when people are putting them out more, I'm like, all right, that's a little more meat on the bone than your typical 24 or 36, which isn't a knock on any other creator just as much as
Not
it
at
is,
all.
like,
No,
just
not,
the reality.
it can actually be harder, in my opinion, to write shorter stories. And
Oh, yeah.
since this was my first time out, what I really wanted to do is make sure that I have a story that's a solid beginning, middle, end, where I could do a prequel, I could do a sequel, but you have a full story. Instead of, oh, here's issue 1 in 6 months, here's issue 2. Just, that's a great method for a lot of people. For me, especially since I am doing everything myself, I thought it would be better to, hey, here's a full story. If you like it, there should be more coming out. If you're like, okay, I don't need more, I enjoy this story, then you're also cool and you don't have to buy something else to get the rest of the story.
But buy
If you're
it,
doing like
you
a
know.
Monster of the Week kind of book, I mean, that's like perfect to go with it. You have like the bigger story, you get the complete thing, and you're done with it. And then you can just do a different monster. No timeline in that case doesn't really matter as much, which is cool.
Yes, that I actually have this. This is the monster for the prequel.
Hey-o.
Ooh,
Hey,
come on.
yeah, I've seen that. Oh yeah.
Rocky is voicing his opinion.
Rocky's
that.
into the spider.
He's approving the spider, yeah.
Hold up, let's say hello to
So I got
Rocky.
a
Ooh, man,
Hi,
some
buddy.
handsome doggies.
Well,
We
you
got a
better
goblin
watch your little
spider there, but-
choppers, dude.
Let's pop back over to this spider here.
Yeah, so we have a
Rocky's-
Bakamono.
Okay.
I love the
Yeah.
aching on this, Ty. Very nice.
Oh, thank you.
I get
Yeah,
it.
it looks
You like
great.
it. We get it.
Since I can't pronounce things in English, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name in
Bakamono?
Japanese, but yes, it is, as
It's
you
a
can
goblin
tell,
spider.
yeah, with a head of a cow.
Hmm.
So I've been trying to do my own flavor on the monsters to keep it with the style, but cryptids in general, if you saw one, it probably doesn't exactly match the description you've heard.
Mhm.
I mean, how many different versions have you heard of Bigfoot?
Oh,
He's this color, he's that color, he's this tall, he's that tall, he has this smell. So I thought that if I went with the my own little distinctions on it that would help. Like for the kappa, I've made it much bigger than most of the folklore stuff that I've come across for it, and bulkier. And I did leave out certain weird elements, like they apparently have 3 butts. I don't know how that works, but I came
Yeah.
across that in my research.
Is that 2
Yeah.
cheeks per ass, or is that 3 anuses? What do we? What do we actually?
It
mean
Okay.
when we
said
say
3
butts?
anuses, and I didn't even
Yeah.
want to think about how that would be arranged under the shell.
And not
So-
only that, like, how would that advance the story? You know, so yeah.
Apparently, in some folklore, they attack with vicious flatulence. I am not even joking. That is something I found in my
Okay.
research.
That'll do.
So
So,
it's a tri-point attack.
Just-
Nice.
If you really want something weird from Japanese folklore and legend, look up the Tanuki
the Tanuki.
Oh,
and
yeah.
what they can specifically shapeshift.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
how is that spelled?
Miyazaki did a movie called Pompoko. It's about the Tanuki.
It was his partner that did it, but yeah,
Yeah, it's to
Yeah.
Ghibli. Yeah, so
yeah, Studio Ghibli. But yeah, they did one, and well, they shapeshift a very specific part of their body.
yeah.
I am worried what my Google search history will look like after that.
Yeah. I mean, you could end up in a list, but live dangerously.
Yeah. Who isn't on a list? You know.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
But did you find out why this spider goblin has 3 asses? I like to, when I hear mythology, I like to try to think about it from
Oh my god.
like
What was on the ass?
what's the realistic possibility of this? Like, obviously it doesn't have 3 asses, but why are they connecting a spider with 3 asses to anything?
It's actually the kappa that has the 3 butts.
Mhm.
Oh,
All
right.
And
all right.
if you need one, how about we go with it has something to do with being an aquatic animal and buoyancy.
Mhm.
Very well. Okay, interesting.
That's
All
the
right,
best I
so-
can give you, man.
Hey, I will get spun up on this thing about the 3 asses. So
Yeah.
let's just move on.
We'll
Exactly.
so
DM if you really need to.
We might end up doing that. So no, but okay. So the book, 25 USD. Tell us about this. This is obviously the book. So for $25,
It's the book. It's 72 pages. Everything's full color. There's a front cover, a back cover, acknowledgments, and the credits, which I'm not counting in the 72 pages. It's 72 pages of story, and then those
Ew.
on top of it.
Very cool.
And it's going to be perfect bound. And so far, from what I've seen from the printer, it looks really good.
all right, very nice. Yes, congratulations, buddy, on your first campaign funding. It's definitely a challenge, and especially being a you've been hanging out in the chats a lot, especially around the Death Curse people. I know you hang out around Alterna as well, but making that leap over to being a creator, it's definitely a it's a long one. When you're looking over that ledge at times, you're like, oh shit, we're about to do
Should I
this.
take a leap?
Definitely.
Should I
Yeah.
take a leap?
Well, I have that weird artist curse where I always have to be working on something. I can't just sit and watch TV. I'm either thinking about a story while I'm doing it, or I'll be sketching and having the show in the background. So going to comics just seemed like such a natural fit because I was always doing paintings or I was writing, and comics I'm like, oh yeah, that's both of them together. Why
Yes.
did I not think of this before?
Yes, I completely agree, actually, and it's sort of similar. I've mentioned I was getting into watercoloring and acrylic, and I also was a writer. And was like, and I loved comic books, and like putting those two things together for me was also the key. Like I had to get into painting first before, for whatever reason, just on my journey to being here. But yeah, it's very interesting that you mentioned that. Okay, so let's carry on because I actually have we're getting close to an hour here in the next 40 seconds, but I do want to finish going over the perks, and then I have a little a new little segment here at the Gingerton channel, the Ginge and Pedro show. I'm calling it. Well, we'll get to it. How about that? But
That would be a good
tell us.
section too. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll see. We'll get to it. But no. Okay, so the book and poster. So we get the book for $25, 72 beautifully colored pages by Ty Ranger himself. The man did the whole book. And for $5 more here, we're getting the poster. Is that correct?
Yes, there are 2 poster options. And the first one is the one that's in the background of the show right now.
Yes, sir.
Since that's the one that people have backed, that's one I've already ordered. And did I screen share that earlier? The posters?
I think you did. You showed the proofs. I think you showed the posters, but you're more than welcome to go ahead.
Why don't
Let
I
us
do
get
that
our-
just in case while I'm talking?
Yeah.
So
Our
I have
plebeian
those in,
eyes.
and they look fantastic. It does have a little glare. It's 11 by 17. They will be folded and put in with the book inside the Gemini mailer, and
Ew.
that's
There we
that's
go.
mostly a shipping cost aspect, because when I looked at doing the rolled poster, it almost doubled the shipping. So going with that. The second poster I don't have printed yet, and the reason they're separate, this was probably a me being naive / knowing how to run my first campaign. But one of the stretch goals was, if we got to somewhere over 1,000, I think it was 1,500, then I was going to put everybody gets a poster. So I figured if I had the 2 separate posters, then I could give you the second poster, and in the future I will have the option for just both posters or buying the posters individually.
Okay, and we're just right under the second stretch goal, gang. So, and this is going in demand. So there still is time to even hit all 4 stretch goals, but we're definitely coming up on that second one. So, which would be both posters, right? Did I read that correctly?
The second stretch goal is for the 4x6 print of the Kappa.
Yes, my
So
bad.
you'll get a 4x6 of the Undying, since we've already hit that one at funding. And if we get the next one, it's a 4x6 of the Monster.
Good. Alrighty. Excellent. Okay, so is there anything else, Ty, that we need to add here? We've got both books. The painting commission sold out, which this is just a lovely piece here with the
Very cool.
bamboo stylings for the border, and you even painted the side here. Oh, am I looking at that correctly?
You are. That's I tried to make sure that was clear. I did paint the frame onto it. I went through a little phase where I like to paint the frames on the painting, because I figured 2 things: A, the frame matches the painting that way, and then B, it also makes it so you don't have to spend extra money buying a frame for the painting.
There we go. Again, Ty, thinking of the backer. This guy. What a
Exactly.
thoughtful, nice guy. Okay, right on, guys. So that was the Undying Chronicles, Eyes of Red and Purple. The closeout. The closeout. We did Ty's opening. We did. I know we did like a middle of the campaign show. Is this
You
our
did
third or fourth one?
This is the
Remember
third
correctly?
one. You guys let me do a pre-launch so I could get some interest going out there.
That's what it
Then
was.
you did the launch stream, and then this one. And I
Very
really
cool.
appreciate that you guys have been letting me on your show so much.
You
This
are
is your
a guest,
house.
buddy. Make no
I
mistake.
mean, it's Ginger's house, but it's your house too.
There we go.
Mikasa
It's our
is
house.
Mikasa?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be hanging out more. This is great.
Awesome.
Yes.
You're
Always welcome.
I'm offering Ginger's house again. But yeah, this
That's
is your
all right.
house too, Ali.
Pedro's that friend who
Yeah.
will just say, "No, come on in, make yourself welcome." It's like somebody else's house.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
All right,
Yeah, open
sure,
the
come on
fridge.
in.
Yeah, there's
Especially since you have
Pedro's is the best.
there's yoo-hoos in the fridge. Go get them.
Pedro's mom will even make you a sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
You
say
may be
no
the
to that.
Lord
Okay,
of the Manor,
guys.
Ginge, but
Brazilian
Pedro is
food?
the king of the house, apparently.
Exactly.
That
You
that
see,
seems to be the
this
case.
is a man of taste.
So let the Lord of the Manor make his final decree for this evening before we exit the premises. I do have a new game, and it's just a little segment I want to start doing at the end of shows. Ty, you get to be the guinea pig. So
Oh,
just
great.
letting you take a couple seconds here to prepare yourself. It's I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock, and then I'm going to throw up a random word generator that's going to generate 3 words. All right, we're calling this game Pitch Meeting, and
Oh,
if
no.
you want to play, I mean, I know I'm putting people on the spot here. I apologize. Now I kind of feel bad, but Ty, if you'd
I'm
like,
doing it.
okay, excellent. So yes, let me share this. Let me share this random
The
word.
dog is not feeling your game, Ginge.
You know, we're gonna
I
just
think
see here.
Rocky's
Maybe
still upset that Pops wasn't around for 3 days.
Yeah, I'm still getting
So-
cussed out. I hear him.
just to verify, here's our 2 minutes on the clock. I haven't started
All right.
it yet, but
All right.
I will do that on the back end. I'm gonna throw up the. All right, I'm gonna throw up those random words here, and I'm gonna.
And what do I do with the random words here?
All right, so I'm just gonna hit these words a couple times here, and hopefully it gives you something useful, buddy. But I would like for you to try to take these words, like these kind of all stink, but I'd like for you to kind of take these 3 words and give us a pitch within 2 minutes, right? So you got 2 minutes, 3 words. Do whatever you want with the pitch, but somehow it's almost like Mad Libs, sort of. I thought of this in the shower.
This is
Okay.
too close. This is too close.
Pitching his book using those 3 words.
No,
pitching the story.
creating. Yeah, just anything off the top of your head, whatever the hell it is, just use these 3 words.
All right,
My-
the 3 words that are on here, or
No. Let me. I'll hit the random. I'm gonna give you. Let's take 10 seconds here, and then take a breath, and then I'm gonna just hit it 3 times, and then I'll start the clock real quick, and then the 2 minutes we'll be counting down. And all right, so here we go.
you got it.
1. Yep. This is just trying to randomize, and boom. Go ahead. Give us a pitch, buddy.
There was a crash in the kitchen, which was resonating throughout the entirety of the house. Suddenly, a small girl ran from the room, her face red, her eyes filled with tears. She very much regretted that being a guest in the house, she had gone to try to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and had dropped the jar of jam, shattering it across the floor with a purpley gloop over most of the kitchen. That's
right.
what I got, man. I'm sorry.
All right.
Jam is
All
not
right.
jelly.
Yeah.
You are wrong, sir. You are wrong.
Yeah, those kind of stink. You did a great job, buddy. I also
Yeah, that was
messed
awesome.
up because
That
I
was
thought I
awesome.
hit the start button, but I didn't even hit the
Yeah,
start button on
you
the
didn't.
clock. I must
No,
have
it
clicked
was
like
awesome.
right next to it.
It was awesome,
All
Ty.
right,
It was
well.
awesome. I liked it.
I'll have to find a
Well,
better word generator for that next time. But
Yeah.
Hey, something
Yeah,
else you
dude.
can try is I have some artists that I follow on Twitter that do like Magic the Gathering and D&D sort of art. So sometimes I'll see a picture and go, oh, let me write like a little flavor text for it. You know, just like you're in the middle of a story, this is the image from it, and just what can I do really quick that's in that little Twitter word limit? That might also lend itself to your show. Like, hey, here's a character. Give me a little 2 minutes. What's going on with this character in this picture? Just
Caption
as a
this.
thought.
yeah, caption this, something like that. All right.
Uh,
Hey, okay. First time, I want to thank you guys for playing along here. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and thank you
I
to
actually went totally the other direction with Jam, Guest, and Regret. It's like VIP Guest really regretted the chance. She missed the chance to jam with the boys in the band. And it was, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
My jam and his jam were totally different kind of jams. I'm just,
yeah.
Very
there you
good.
go.
There we
I
go.
like that.
Jamming. We're jamming. And I hope you like jamming too.
Too.
Great
We're
tune.
going to get
All right,
demonetized.
gang. Yep.
Yeah.
So before that happens, let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. Ty,
Yeah.
congratulations on a successful campaign, buddy. Congrats on closing it out. Thanks for, coming on the show here to, join us. And I want to thank my guests.
You
Allison,
get a
thank
golf
you.
clap, sir.
Yes.
Congrats.
Everybody, a round of
Thank you,
applause.
thank you.
Here we go.
Yep.
Allison,
And thanks
thank you
for
for
having
joining
me.
us.
Well, thank you for
Pops,
having
thank
me.
you,
Great.
sir.
If you want to see me 2 years ago today doing what, CromCon, but like way back in the beginning, no backgrounds, no banners, no bells and whistles, no nothing, go look at my channel right now. You'll
Oh,
see Pops in the rookie era.
hey, Pops and James, do you want to see what drugs do to kids? Because Facebook just reminded me, give me like one of those memory things, and it's
They
me
do send
playing.
you a picture of me? What?
No, it's a picture of me playing in Colombia when I was 23
Hey.
and not
See, look
taking
at
good
that.
decisions. I wasn't making very good decisions, man. I was like 177 pounds, and I was 6'4" already. I looked like a cadaver. I hate it. Oh my
I
god.
wish I was 6'4". Just have to say
So,
that.
so,
Well, I'm like
so
6 feet. I
you were,
wish I
you
was.
were eating with your nose, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, dude, and that guitar was stolen too. I love that guitar. Oh my god. So yeah, this is the band I had. This is with my brother. And this is the first open air festival called Rock al Parque. It's like 120,000 people.
Mhm.
Pedro don't
Yeah.
even look like he's there to jam. He looks like he's there to whoop somebody's ass.
Yeah. Now they were playing the Colombian national anthem.
He looks
At
like
that point.
security. Look at him. He's standing back
Yeah.
there like, get up on the stage. I'll fuck
Yeah. Yeah. That's one. Dude, we were so young. So
That's
young.
great. I love
I like the sort of grainy 90s era film,
Yeah, dude, this was taken in the 90s. This is 1994, man.
Right on, bro.
You see,
I
this
was 2
this
years
soda
old.
Link, it doesn't exist. This soda Link, it was like they were launching it as a drummer.
1994. I was in high
Yeah.
school. So,
Yeah, I was in college, making really bad decisions. So
Like it.
yeah,
Good man.
Woo.
All
It's
right,
like
gang.
fun to me.
and you can follow us. I'm gonna have some videos. We're gonna play live on a place called Chiriquí down here. There's a place where they make a lot of coffee, and we have a promo for that. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can get equipment to stream it. Oh, let me just share the video file better, because they asked me to make a promo for it, and it's here. So that side of our country is called Tierras Altas, which means like the highlands. So we made a promo that looks like the High Times magazine.
Nice.
And
That'll
oh,
just-
Pedro, I'm going to need your animation.
so we're all high. So things hasn't changed that much. I'm still
Right on,
making
brother.
bad decisions. So yeah,
It appears to be the case.
yeah.
Pedro, I definitely want to get your animation skills on something. So
Oh, hey, we need to talk. Come on, I'm always here
I know.
when I'm here.
Okay, gang.
Oh,
So
Oh,
on
no,
that
go.
note here, sorry.
He's trying to get out. We keep like interrupting him and keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk to Pedro offline.
Would you all shut the hell up?
Nope.
I want to thank
I
you
am the
guys for
Lord of the
joining.
Manor.
For that title, it didn't mean shit from the start, apparently.
Yeah.
It's all right. And it just gave me the title to make me feel better. It's all right. No, but I want to thank you guys. Seriously, thank you for joining me. This was a lot more fun than if it was just me and Ty. Maybe
I
just
appreciate
Pedro.
everyone showing up.
Yeah,
Launch
thank
parties
you to
and
the chat.
countdowns, there's supposed to be parties. You're supposed to bring your friends, your fans. You know, I mean, that's what it's supposed to be about. Have fun doing this, man. Especially that last, come on. Now you get to go to sleep. You go, yes, campaign's over.
Yeah.
Now you're
Exactly.
sleep. Tomorrow you're going to wake up with fulfillment blues.
Yep.
But tonight you get to sleep.
True.
Yeah, we got Pops. Before we go, I know you guys probably have some stuff to promote, so let's start with you, Pops. Do you have when's the next prom? What you got going on next?
We are trying to arrange to be in Savannah, Georgia for the 30th and 31st to do CromCon from a table at a actual freaking con, yo.
Dude.
That's what we're trying to do. Okay, that's what we're trying to put together. Logistics is hard, I mean, timing for me is slim. Gotta leave. Can't leave before a certain time. Got to be back by a certain time. Got my own obligations here and shit. You know what I mean? So, for me, it's a little bit difficult trying to work this out, but we're working on it. There we go. Brad's talking about maybe going too. If my cameraman that usually goes with me to all the cons wants to go with me to this one, that would be so cool. Then we'd have a roving reporter. We'd have a roving reporter. Doc's going to be there at the table with me, so it'll be just like doing CromCon, but we'll be doing it live. It'll be crazy, So
very cool.
Sounds very cool.
What?
And all the normal
what
stuff.
convention was that again?
That's Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
On the 30th
Nice.
and 31st, Savannah Comic Con. And
Okay.
I guess they took a 2-year hiatus from that con over the pandemic. They haven't done it in a couple of years. So them local people around there that missed that con gonna really probably swoop on this that week.
Right on. Well, very good. I'm not that far away from Savannah, Georgia. Probably like 3 or 4 hours, roughly.
I fucking hate the internet. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the hell out of here. Allison, do you have anything you need to promote?
I have an upcoming project. Hopefully, I don't know if I want to talk too much about it right now, but Lori.
If you watch the Madness Open Draw stream, you'll see her working on it.
Yeah, I'm on the Madness Open Draw stream every Sunday. I'm usually on the Tuesday morning brew. Pops and I are going to be doing a show on Thursday afternoons coming up. Should be fun. There'll be a, it's not quite comics, but it'll be interesting.
But it will be comic related.
Lori Calcaterra and I and Peter Palmiotti are putting together a book. So, which is called the Sentinel Project. So
Sounds cool.
Hopefully,
Consider me titillated.
yeah, I'll be showing more stuff off in the future, and that's what we need Pedro's help with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Well, this is just going to keep going on and on. So we're just going to get going.
Forever.
Thank you, everybody, for
Forever.
watching. Ty, congratulations, buddy.
Thanks,
Everybody,
Thanks everyone for joining.
I gotta go. This is a good end. Goodbye.